page 1 here, and this is a full page, what we call a full page waterfall. Okay, and this is made using our large waterfall slider die, but you can make it without the die. To actually assemble find out a bit more about it, have a look at our YouTube tutorial using the large waterfall die, but we'll go through and make one up anyway. So that's that there, and it's made using our 210 card, because you don't want cardstock that's too heavy. So let's get my page 1, and I've got number 1 marked on there with an arrow going up, and the same number 2 with an arrow going up. You can see I've got a bit of glue there. Just take that off there and off here as well. Obviously while I was making them up. That's cool. Okay, so when you've cut your waterfall mechanism, you want to cut it so it's the same height as the pocket page. And then I've also, when you have your die, this is really difficult to see, but when you have your die, there will actually be 6 score lines along there, and you want to trim off so you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. All will become clear. So the next thing you need to do is, as usual, just warm your cardstock up a little bit and just very lightly go along each score line, just using your fingers and thumbs. Don't do anything harsh at the moment. You're just giving the fibres time to warm up. Okay, and then we're going to go back, turn it over, and make sure, sometimes you'll find it easier if you're on a lighter piece of card, make sure each side lines up nicely, top and bottom. So start burnish and go in the middle and down. Just turn it over, do the same. Then you're going to do the next one. Push it down, line the sides up. And again. And the last one here. And then you're going to go the other way. So you will end up with a piece that looks like that essentially. Okay, so that's your rolling mechanism there, like that. Okay, so then you will have cut your card and you're going to stick it, get this out of the way, you're going to stick it so that the edge of your black card goes to the edge of the score line, like that. So we'll do that next. And you might find it easier to actually put the glue so you can see where the score line is. I've not gone right up to the score line, I've just gone to just below it because the glue will move. I'll pop the first one on and to do the next one. Exactly the same process. And the next one. That one. And then the last one here. That's nice and straight. really nice. Back down, making sure the glue's, I can see I've got, right, okay, you don't want that sort of mess like that, so we're back. I've cut another piece of card and I'm just going to pop it on there. And it's really important that you check everything's all nice and unstuck and smooth, because otherwise your mechanism is not going to work properly. I think that's where I moved the card originally and it didn't. So now they should all move quite freely like that. So the next thing you want to do is you want to fix your locking bar at the back. So this is your locking bar here, and basically you're going to fit it onto the back of your very first flap you applied, and you probably want to do it, just turn it up like that. Don't worry, because this will be covered up. Let's go up there. So I'm just putting the strip along the bottom there, and I'm just going to make a couple of marks with my pencil. One there, one there. Just really so I can try and keep it as straight as much as possible. Like that. And then this is going to be scored 1/2 inch each end. Not 1/2 inch, an inch. So you've got a good fixing point, because this is your only fixing point for your waterfall mechanism. Okay, and then you're going to stick that piece into there like that. I'm just going to check, yeah, that's correct. So, but you want to make sure that it's not super snug, because you're going to fold a piece of paper through the back. So what I would do is stick one. You see what I'm doing? Stick one. Push it out a little smidge. You've got your score line, but just push it out a little tiny smidge. Got a little bit of our low tack tape on just for a minute, because what you want to do is you want to hold your base one back, and you want to make sure that that's going to slide through there easily, which it does. Pop that there, and then the idea is that when you pull it, that'll move through nice and easily. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to take that out. Slides through nicely. Put that up there, and I know that I can stick this one in place now. And then we'll see, hopefully. So that's that there. That's going to thread through the back there, and that's going to be your mechanism. But I also want a fancy edge on here now. And in the page that we made, you'll see that we had, if you look here, you'll see we had a back whisker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure that down. And I'm probably just, these are all 1/2 inch roughly between here. Right. Let's get our alignment tools. Yeah, that's 1/2 inch. So if you allow 1/2 inch here, drop a line down. I'm just going to put an R here, because I know that's the right side, so that's the side I want to cut with the back whisker. So I've got a nice fancy edge. Pop this on here. Okay, so that is going to cut, and that's where I want the end of my whisker to be, because that's the 1/2 inch sticking out from the rest of it. So I'm going to find this This is 7 3/4, I think. So 7 1/2. So half of 7 1/2. I'm just going to get my half measure strips. So I know that, because these whiskers have alignment notches, I know that wants to go there. And I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to use, so get that centrally first, use your lines on your craft mat to help with this. So that's my centre point. I'm going to move it along a bit more. Right, so I've got that on 1 inch one there. That's my centre point there, and then I'm going to stick that one there, so I know that's in the right place. And then I've got a line there and a line there, so what I'm doing now is making sure that those alignment notches line up with each of those, so that I know that when I cut it, it's going to be straight. Now it's stick it permanently, but I've also got, this is also the piece that pulls out, is the spotty piece of paper there, so I can actually cut those at the same time, which is what I'm going to do, just so I've got it all perfectly matted. So having done all that, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to stick this piece on top of here. So let's take that off. This piece has already been cut, so you've got your little border all the way around. Straight there. Yeah, and then a little bit more for belt and braces. Piece on there. Piece on there. And then I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. So that's it all cut out there. And then I'm just going to cut along the lines where the die cutting is. Line it up so you've got one edge of the whisker there, one edge there. And you're just going to cut there, lift that up, and cut there. Okay. And then take this off here. Remember to take your tape away from a cut edge. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay, so if you've torn your piece of paper like that, Karen showed you a great way to tear a piece and do that, but you can also go in with a, I haven't got one with me, but I actually find pastel pencils are the best thing. And I'm just going to check, because I don't think, is it going to show? Yeah, it might show a bit. And we'll just run in on black edge a little more, like that. Thin end, just re-black the edge. That's it. Okay, so that piece will then stick. Make sure you got it the right way round. That piece will stick in there, go through there. That's your pull-out tab. So when you stick this piece, you want to make sure that the piece that you stick goes up like that, and I'm going to cover this piece later. So stick that piece on there. So we'll do that now. And again, just go around the edges. You really don't want to get it too gluey on the sides here, so it sticks the mechanism. But you need it to stick firmly. So let's do this first one. You might need a bit more there. Up and down. That's perfect. Okay, so you're going to slide this one up and under here. Just slide it up. Keep going. And then you're going to the edge of your whisker. So you've got a nice straight edge there, and burnish. And then also pop your, because it's really important that all those bits are burnished flat as well, otherwise they'll catch. That's the first part of your waterfall done. And then we're just going to carry on with the rest. Okay, so this is working now, so you can see it's moving nice and smoothly. So now we're going to start decorating it, and the first thing I'm going to do is pop the base page on. So I'm going to stick that on, and it's going to give it time to dry, time to set. And because it's quite a large area, we'll use the bigger glue pot. Going on there. Right, you can see you've got your glue around the edge, but again, wait until it's all completely dry and then you can go around with your glue rubber. And I can see it's lifting a bit there, so if you take a little scrap bit of black card, pop a little bit of glue on there, and slip it under there. That's it, you've got your glue there, and you don't need to worry about lifting the paper up again. So what I'm going to do is pop this piece back on here, so I know that that's the right way up. And I'm going to leave that to dry. So then I'm going to start on my other ones. So the front, this is the front flap A, and I've already die cut all the slots and things like that I needed to put in there. But again, if you don't have the dies, it doesn't matter. You can just use an edger die. You can leave it plain, just leave a little tuck spot. I'm just putting that behind so it's easier to see where the edge of the black is, because if it's like that, it's harder to mat. I'll pop this one. Oh, I can see here as well, I obviously cut my paper too short. So we've had a little invisible repair. Take that off there. Who knew, eh? We're going to pop that one. Actually, I'm going to put it that way so that the repair's that side. But that's not a bad invisible repair. Okay, just a tuck spot pocket, so that's going to mat directly onto there. Go onto there, and again, after you could add, afterwards or before you stick it down, you could add glossy accents on here if you want. You could also follow the line of the wheelbarrow and have that, don't stick it all down, and have that as another little tuck spot on top. There's always so much you can do with these. That's that one, and then this is going to be stuck as a pocket, so we're going to put glue there and there. I'm just checking I've got glue on the right bits. And again, use your pattern to line it up where you want it. Perfect. That's fine there. So we'll burnish that. Stick that there. And that is a nice little tuck pocket there. So that's that bit done. So we'll go inside. And what I really like about this one is how that piece comes out as you turn the page, so you don't even need to pull it if you don't want to. And then inside, as I say, I've already cut these. You've got your 3x3 photo mats cut. Again, if you don't have them, you could just pop a little tuck spot in here. I wouldn't put anything else too bulky in here because obviously it's a mechanism and it needs to move freely. So I'm going to glue this down, and again we're just going to glue where the green is. Don't put any glue where the cream is poking through from the pictures, well, from the photo mats. Okay, so that one, make sure you've got your pumpkins up the right way. So that one's stuck. And then the next piece is going to be, all the ones on the front now are going to have diagonals cut out, diagonal slots. Now you can either stick it like that, or you can, if you want, put the waste in. Quite often I do that because then it looks like an invisible page. First thing I'm going to do is stick this one on. So this piece needs to be stuck down, but obviously that's going to be your pocket, so you don't want to put glue on this bit. Make sure you get glue. Right, so that one's going along there. That's glue. And then I'd always tend to put a little bit more glue there, just round, reinforce the pocket bits. And then you could put in glue along there. And along there. And that's going to, like it's an invisible pocket. Invisible pocket. So then we're just going to carry on. So the next one is going to be this one here. And I've labelled them all like inside flat B. It's just easier to work it out that way. Just get my paper clip off here, which I've got stuck in my photo slots somehow. That's it. Okay, so exactly the same thing, we're going to stick that on there. And we'll put that under there. Pumpkins are up the right way. That's Clive, you can hear whistling. That's that one there. And then I'm going to pop this one here. Alright, just getting rid of bits of paper. Okay, so that one's going to go there. So it's the same thing, I'm going to put glue on this side and just round the edges here. again I'm going to pop that down there. You don't like putting glue on the back of your hand. Let's do this. Put a bit of tape on. I'm going to move it afterwards because it will get in the way. Put a bit of tape on there, a bit of glue on there, and take your strip. And you can just pull it through like that. And then normally I do that to the side, but that was just so you could see it there. Carry on. The next page is this one. And if you want to get your photo mats all perfectly positioned, use your corner spacers because they really help to get things lined up accurately. And you can actually cut 2 sheets at once, so you could have one on top of the other and then just stick the dies on top, because our dies will go through 2 sheets. And you do have wiggle room with these photo mats, so you can see them move around. So when we say it's a 3x3 photo slot, it means your photo mat is 3 1/8. It cuts the slots, but your photo mat is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So you can actually fit your cut your images for 3x3. That's that one, and then that's the last one, which is going there. I'll take this off. So again, I'm going to put glue there and then use that bit as a pocket. And make sure you've got your pumpkins up the right way. Because nobody wants an upside down pumpkin. And that noise means that the food van has just arrived. The sandwich van. And Clive's having a good old chat about something. So, let's pop that there. Pop that there. And I'm going to put this one. Pumpkins up the right way. That's fitting on. There you go. Make sure you don't get any glue on there. And then we're going to put another piece in there. So I'll just do it off to the, there's the tape because I dropped it. I'll put another piece on. You can leave your tape there and just have the same piece all the time, because it's very good natured. So I'm just using mine off screen, but it's just to run my strip through. So I'm done there like that. So if we push that back, let's have a look now to see. Perfect. So then you're going to stick that onto your page here, and when you stick it, you're just going to put glue on this piece here. So use a piece of wax paper, or just pop something behind, just so you don't, because you really don't want any glue to get on these pieces at all, because that's your slider movement. And if you're still worried about it being a bit stiff, just rub everything with a tumble dryer sheet first, because that helps with the smoothness. And when you stick it, you're going to stick it so that you don't want that sticking over the edge of there. You want it really probably sort of flush to there. Is that how I've done it? Yep, that's how I've done it in the original book. So I'm just going to pull that out. Pop glue along here. put a bit of glue that way as well. Okay, and pop this here. That one, that one, that one. Flip that over. Okay. And then let's see what happens. We hold the page. Yes, it works perfectly. So that is your waterfall page.